don't stop for a guilty man. It falls the same, it just don't land. The glass still shakes when the night gets loud. The past still stands where I once vowed. The whiskey hum, the soul debates between the door of love and fate. And the night she knows mercy came too late. I built my walls from pride and smoke, watched her drown in every joke. She begged for warmth, I gave her cold. Called it strength, but it was old. Now I drink in a room she used to light. Her laughter gone, but the ghost still bites. No, I pray, I hesitate. Mercy came too late. The mirror don't lie, it just reflects the wreckage love can't resurrect. Her scent still walks these hollow halls, soft as grace, hard as walls. I said her name, it hurt to speak, like prayer from lips that turn too weak. Each word I whisper sealed my fate. Mercy came too late. No preacher saves a stubborn heart when it's too proud to restart. You can beg the sky, you can fight the flame, but forgiveness don't wear your name. The truth don't chase, it just waits, stands beside your slow mistake. And when it knocks, you hesitate. Mercy came too late. So pour one for the man who saw too clear when the light was gone, not when it was near. He laughs soft, tries to meditate, but mercy came too late. It hums like sorrow through his veins, a quiet echo that still remains. He ain't seeking grace, just faith, 'cause mercy came too late. I wrote her name on an envelope, but the ink ran wild with no hope. The words said sorry, but they bled. Each line I wrote just filled with dread. The wind took it from my hand, like time too cruel to understand. The sky turned black, the soul sedate. Mercy came too late. I stood outside the church she loved, watched candles flicker like the ones above. The pews were empty, the choir was gone, but the silence still sang her favorite song. I left one rose on the 7th seat, the one where she'd rest her feet. And though I whispered through the gate, mercy came too late. The man in the mirror don't pray no more. He's tired of knocking on closed doors. He says, son, you had the chance, the time you turned love's rhythm into rhyme. Now the blues don't punish, it reminds that guilt's a friend of broken minds. You can't rewrite what sealed your fate. Mercy came too late. I felt a touch in a dream last night, soft as sin, gone by light. She said, I forgive, but not for you. It's just what dead hearts learn to do. I woke with tears I couldn't hide, like ghosts that won't step aside. Each breath I take, each step I wait, mercy came too late. Pour one for the man who don't belong, who hums her name through every song. He still prays low, but heaven's gate, yeah, mercy came too late. Raise that glass to what's been lost, to every heart that knows the cost. No pardon left to reinstate, mercy came too late. Smoke grows thick, the tone breathes deep. Forgiveness watches, but it won't weep. I play a tune on broken strings, each note confesses, each silence stings. The blues don't lie, it just translates. Every wound mercy can't sedate. And in the hush I resonate, mercy came too late. I ain't holy, I ain't pure, but I've walked roads I can't endure. If heaven waits, it waits in vain. For men like me, don't change the chain. I breathe in guilt, I exhale hate, still hoping peace won't hesitate. But when I look, the truth's innate, mercy came too late. Ain't no choir to cleanse my soul, just a hum of blues that takes control. No angel waits beyond that gate. Whoa, mercy came to. Morning folds open like a careful hand, piano on the sill like dust on the land. Kettle takes breath, street arms away. There's nothing to chase and nothing to fade. I set down the armor I wore through the rain, and hear it, the calm calling my name. I've bartered with thunder, I've counted to 4. I've taught a locked city to love a soft door. I've carried a silence that sharpened the blade and set it all down when the debt had been paid. Now every step has a weight that's kind, measured and honest, a friend to the spine. I don't need applause in a rented room. The daylight shining is praise enough bloom. The coffee is simple, the ledger is clean. I tally by mercy, not by the sheen. Where noise once begged for a loud acclaim, the wind writes gently, repeating my name. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breath be the long, clear guide. If memory knocks with a neon flame, I answer with quiet, I know my name. The calm knows my name. It meets me at the door. It lifts the cup, it sets the frame, it teaches less is more. No trumpet to proclaim, no crown that needs a floor. I live where light is plain, the calm knows my name. I'm walking the block the way fathers do, carrying daylight like good men choose. I oil a hinge that no one will praise, sweep a small step for ordinary days. A boy rides past with a crooked grin, learning the breaks that hold trouble in. His mother smiles a thank you thin. We trade a nod, and that's a win. I used to love like a spark on straw, too hot to hold, too quick to draw. Now love's a river in a patient bed, cooler than fire, warmer than dread. I set two plates, keep one for the rain. When weather needs shelter, it knows my name. Breathe on forward, let strings lean low, let piano leave space where truths can grow. If pride returns for an old campaign, I pour it tea, it forgets my name. The calm knows my name, it meets me at the door. It lifts the cup, it sets the frame, it teaches less is more. No trumpet to proclaim, no crown that needs a floor. I live where light is plain, the calm knows my name. There's a chair that forgives the weight I bring, a lamp that edits the sting from things. On the wall, a map of slower roads, where patience pays and hurry owes. I've learned to repair what I used to replace, to bless with hands instead of haste. I keep small tools where anger hid, a screwdriver where judgment did. The hinge in me learned how to swing towards the hard truth and the truer spring. If grief needs room, I make it a lane. It passes through kindly and says my name. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If yesterday asked for a harsher rain, I write forgiven next to my name. The calm knows my name, it meets me at the door. It lifts the cup, it sets the frame, it teaches less is more. No trumpet to proclaim, no crown that needs a floor. I live where light is plain, the calm knows my name. Bring me the locks I forced for show, I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the words I threw like stone, I'll speak them soft and make them home. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin, I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let the guitar bend once and rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory begs for a neon flame, point it to supper, bread and name. If power asks what it's for at last, to keep the future came to the past. Say let's stand plain, count to 4, remain. defense needs a measured hand. I lend the hour, not a brand. We talk of rain and the price of wheat, the sort of kingdom I trust my feet. He tells me lost in a quiet pitch. I answer by listening where ache is rich. No sermon spills, no banner flies, just cleaner air. Ain't no mercy in a diamond shine, because it's deep as a bottle of time. The suit still fits, the soul does not. Every win I made came with a cost. The silence hums where the crowd once screamed. The mirror's honest, cruel and mean. In the night, she knows what I've become. I walk through rooms lined with smoking glass, shook hands with ghosts who never laughed. They smile wide but their eyes were cold. Each deal I made, another piece I sold. My pocket's heavy, my heart gone thin. You can't buy peace when you trade your skin. And though I sleep on silk and foam, gold don't keep you warm. The table's full but the chair feels bare. Laughter fades into empty air. Every toast just burns my throat. Every friend another note. I build my castle out of ash, watch the years go up in cash. The taste of winning feels like storm, 'cause gold don't keep you warm. No preacher ever told this truth, that sin wears a tailored suit. The blues don't care how you climb, it waits in every glass of wine. The higher you sit, the colder the flame, the richer the lie, the sharper the pain. And when the noise fades to form, gold don't keep you warm. So pour one for the man who took it all, built his name just to watch it fall. He laughs low, still dressed in charm, but gold don't keep you warm. It shines like sin, it hums like shame. Another crown without a name. I ain't searching peace, just calm, 'cause gold don't keep you warm. I walk the halls where my echoes stay. Each step a debt I failed to pay. The walls remember what I ignore. That comfort's cheap, but soul's worth more. Voice still haunts the marble floor. She said you won, but what for? And I just stare through the golden storm. Gold don't keep you warm. The phone still rings, but I let it die. I got no truth left to justify. The parties fade, the faces change. Every cheer just feels the same. I used to think the night was kind, now she just reads my state of mind. The liquor burns where pride was born, 'cause gold don't keep you warm. The man in the mirror smirks again, says you traded love for a house of sin. He's dressed sharp but he bleeds inside, a king with nothing left to hide. The ink on my hands won't wash away. It's a price I pay to play this way. Every promise I bent, every norm, still gold don't keep you warm. She used to hum when the rain came down. Now just hear the city sound. The perfume lingers on the stairs, goes too real to unaware. tried to pray, but I've gone too far. The blues don't answer to who you are. Each memory burns your silence torn. Gold don't keep you warm. Pour one for the man who don't belong, whose crown weighs heavy, whose nights are long. He still hums low through the storm. Yeah, gold don't keep you warm. Raise a glass to the sins we buy, to every truth we let go by. No kingdom left to transform. Gold don't keep you warm. The blues don't fade when the lights turn down. It sleeps in silk, it wears your crown. Each note I play feels less like art, more like confession from the heart. I chase a piece I can't perform, 'cause gold don't keep you warm. And in that hush beneath the storm, gold don't keep you warm. I ain't holy, I ain't free, but I still play a minor key. If heaven's rich, I'll take the street, where truth and silence always meet. My shoes are clean, my soul is not still chasing mean. And I forgot the night forgives, a day deformed. Gold don't keep you warm. Ain't no choir to sing my tune, just a hum of gold under the moon. It don't cry, it don't reform. Gold don't keep you warm. It's a lover cold and unaware. I fade, I fall, I lose my form. Gold don't keep you warm. So pour one for the hollow kind, who lost their soul but kept their shine. For the men who traded truth for charm. Yeah, gold don't keep you warm. No light, no grace, no calm. Echoes playing the same old song. And if I fade, remember my form. Gold don't keep you warm. I've seen kings bang back broken late, but just no cross on break again. I've seen novas leave the sweetest bears, and damn bell reach the stairs, and never use the deco form. The whole goes known to the dewy on. So there's no clone that final form, 'cause gold don't keep you warm. Morning leans quiet on the window frame. Dust turns patient in a band of flame. Kettle hums low like a church that knows. Piano tests deep then lets it close. I lift my eyes and lose ambitions to learn again the way the light listens. I used to speak first, loud and soon, chase the dawn like I owned the moon. Argued with walls that had no tone, wore out words till the words wore none. But years grew soft where the corners were sharp. Sand and mercy tuned my heart. Now sunlight waits at the edges of things, like a hand on a hinge that never stings. It doesn't judge the cracks it finds, it fills them, leaves them kind of lines. It bends around our rough decisions, as if it knows the way to listen. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breath be the long, clear guide. If memory knocks with a trumpet's mission, answer with quiet, watch light, listen. This is the way the light listens. No lecture, only grace. It warms the cup, forgives the chip, still loves a weathered face. No banner, no conditions, no courtroom in the sky. Just warmth that learns your story and doesn't ask you why. On the porch boards carry the day's last rain, tiny mirrors of yesterday's pain. A sparrow sips courage from a silver bead, tells a gutter what we need. Across the street, a widow lifts a grocery sack with Sunday thrift. I take an end, the bag grows light. She says it's nothing, I say it's right. The sun steps down the narrow lane, polishes rust without a name. It hears the tired, the torn, the christened, and shows me more of how light listens. Breathe on forward, let piano wait, let strings say mercy, not elate. If pride wants lights and loud decisions, open the door, let daylight listen. This is the way the light listens.
No lecture,
only grace. It warms a cup,
forgives the chip,
still loves a weathered face. No banner, no conditions, no courtroom in the sky. Just warmth that learns your story and doesn't ask you why. In the sink, plates testify, scratches on its edges shine. Soap writes halos on a working bowl. I rinse the day, receive my roll. The mirror edits what pain would sell, leaves the truth that fits me well. Not a hero, not a sin, just a man who lets light in. I button patience and stitch it slow, wear a shirt the seasons know. Even the stain becomes permission, a map that taught how light can listen. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If thunder begs for your admission, turn down the dial, let light do listen. This is the way the light listens. No lecture, only grace. It warms a cup, forgives the chip, still loves a weathered face. No banner, no conditions, no courtroom in the sky. Just warmth that learned your story and doesn't ask you why. Bring me the locks I force for show, I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll speak them soft in the backyard. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin, I'll walk them back with wider skin. Let slide guitar bend once and rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a neon christening, feed it bread then teach it listening. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. The child chalks planets on the walk, orbits held by simple talk. She names the small one second chance, gives it room to learn its dance. Her mother laughs and shades her eyes. The street turns gold with fewer lies. No one calls this miracle, it's just the world when hearts are full. The light kneels down to tie their day, holds the knot then walks away. I see it bow to our conditions, proof in school of how light listens. Hold that fall, let rim click, pray, let gratitude accrue its way. If history asks for your position, point to the porch, that's where I listen. This is the way the light listens.
no lecture,
Only grace, it warms a cup,
forgives the chip,
still loves a weathered face. No banner, no conditions, no courtroom in the sky. Just warmth that learns your story and doesn't ask you why.
gentler spine. I fold the sleeves I used to fill with faster blood and iron will. Now they're wide enough for rest, for holding grief against my chest. I call a friend I should have called. We talk like nails that won't be pulled. He says it's late, I say it's right. We let the quiet hold the night. The light between us needs no mission, it simply stays. It simply listens. This is the way the light listens.
No lecture,
Only grace that warms a cup,
forgives the truth.
still loves to learn its phase right.
Counter's cold, cup gone thin. Steam left early, won't come again. Neon blinks like a tired hymn. Door sighs once then, forgives the wind. Sun edges in with a hesitant nod. I drink with ghosts and quiet gods. I used to wake with a siren's plan, chasing a storm like a younger man. Now I count spoons in a vacant inn, silver that learned how to listen within. The clock clicks minutes off the wall, a gentle thief who knows it all. I learned to hold what doesn't bruise, to keep one truth and let others lose. The street outside ties up its hair, morning's braid on an honest stare. I stir the cup though the warmth is gone, habit that believes the dawn. Count to four with the ribs, not pride. Let breath decide what words won't ride. If thunder asks for a second shot, tell it not today, I'm better soft. Cold coffee and quiet gods, that's breakfast for the scarred and hard. No choir needed, no king's facade, just a chair that holds my flawed. I lift the cup to the day I've got, to every fire I chose not. There's a photo curled on the bulletin cork, a younger grin with a rusted fork. He thought the world was a door to force. I taught him hinges in the patient course. I used to love like a smuggled flame, too bright to hold, too quick to name. Now love is water in a steady jar, tastes like distance, drinks like star. A sparrow pecks at the window's doubt, small brave heart on a crosstown route. It looks like truth without applause, a perfect rule with kinda laws. Breathe on forward till the bass says stay, let the snare brush sweep away. If yesterday knocks with its louder frauds, serve it cold coffee and quiet gods. Cold coffee and quiet gods. I eat my peace in smaller odds, where thunder begged, I'm counting sod seeds. I planted flaws and clods. I bless the hours the city trods, and sip with ghosts and quiet gods. The waitress writes mercy on a receipt line, be well in ink like a slow design. She says my name like she stores the sound, a coin that comes back double round. I tip her truth, not pity's grin, for the night she's paid in noise and sin. We share a nod that could feed a town, a humble yes that sets cups down. Outside a bus exhales its dread, men bored softer than what they said. I used to measure by who knelt fast, now I measure by who lets past. count to four, let the piano wait. One note hanging like a held out gate. If pride returns with a metal rod, bend it back with quiet gods. Cold coffee and quiet gods. Sermon and steam that memory lost. No miracle here, no stacked applause. Just decent breath and gentler claws. If grace is real, it minds the sods where roots drink deep with quiet gods. Bring me the letters I never sent. Bring me the vows I kept in rent. Bring me the locks that learned my hand. Bring me the miles that didn't demand. Let the guitar bend where courage heals. Let the bass speak truths the mouth conceals. If peace is priced in smaller ways, I'll pay in pauses and honest days. Say less, mean more. Hold breath, count four. Yesterday's news rings out the ink for softer views. He nods at me like a weathered oath, with strangers sworn to the same slow growth. Two kids trade marbles near the door, big as planets on a cleaner floor. They share, they argue, then split the sky. Tiny treaties that learn how to try. I taste the bitter that won't turn sweet, a lesson poured where grief and meat. Cold coffee's honest, it doesn't pretend. It stays what it is till the very end. Breathe on four, let the window glow. Let morning shine where the thin lights go. If rage requests its crimson rods, I answer flat, I'm with the gods. Cold coffee and quiet gods. I lay my wars in uncut sods. No crown to polish, no iron prods. Just steady hands and softer odds. If legacy asks for polished nods, I'll point to steam and quiet gods. There's a church across from the grocery store. Spills hymns and coupons under the door. A mother counts change with a prayer's brave math. Chooses milk and keeps her path. I've bought 1,000 thundercrats, but mercy taught me better maps. Now when a line divides my mind, I draw a bridge and leave it kind. The ghosts that used to own my lungs hum a lower, humbler tongue. They're not gone, we've made a truce. They watch me choose what I refuse. Hold that for till the heart beats clean. Let strings silo like evergreen. If the night returns with brass applauds, I pour it down for quiet gods. Cold coffee and quiet God. Breakfast with the honest squads. I toast to every softer clause, to measured wins and better frauds. If feathered wares and sinking sighs, terribly young and quiet gods. Vi tar sadelkort minutes to every beach that on.
Quiet hill with the grass laid low. Telephone wires hum what the seasons know. Boot soles find the truth of ground. Piano of crickets, no other sound. I open my palms to whatever's been and feel the old clean weight of the wind. I used to fight weather with iron lungs, Argue with thunder like it owed me songs. Chased every rumor with a sharpened shoe. Turned every whisper to something I do. But storms get bored of the boy who shouts. Teach him the value of leaving things out. Now I stand smaller and hold more sky. Let clouds pass through without asking why. The trees keep counsel with a patient sway, counting to 4 till the rage goes gray. A leaf rides past with a saint's small grin, and knows how to travel the weight of the wind. Breathe on forward, don't force the air. Let your ribs be a rocking chair. If pride wants volume in velvet skin, answer softly, carry the wind. The weight of the wind is light but sure, a tender burden I can endure. It presses and blesses the bones I mend. I bow a little then rise again. No crown, no witness, no oath to spend. Just me and the old clean weight of the wind. I learned to repair what I used to replace, to sand down anger to a workable grace. File off edges that begged for blood, trade iron for patience and fire for wood. My name used to knock like a bailiff's fist. Now it arrives like a morning mist. I keep my promises near the wrist, so when I reach they won't be missed. A widow sweeps a stoop 2 doors down, hums a hymn that wears no crown. We share a nod that could feed a town, a treaty of ordinary worn like a gown. The wind signs off with a cedar's pen, rides carry less on the skin of men. Count to 4 while the snare stays thin. Let the heart say stay and the breath come in. If yesterday asked to be loud again, point to the hill, say listen, wind. The weight of the wind is light but sure, a tender burden I can endure. It straightens posture, slows the end, teaches a spine how not to bend. No throne, no trumpet, no staged amen. Just me and the old clean weight of the wind. There's a coat I wore through a furious age, lined with the clatter of a louder stage. I hang it now on a quieter hook. Let fabric remember what rage once took. My hands smell faintly of oiled old keys, doors I can open without making pleas. Not every lock needs force to spin, some undo easy with the wind. I measure my strength by what I spare, by paths I leave for others to wear. If a bridge needs toll, I'll pay in peace, offer my silence by release. I'm learning to lose like a patient friend, to give the victory to the wind. Breathe on 4, let the drums stay low, let the strings lean in and let them go. If fear demands a harsher end, answer with breath, answer with wind. The weight of the wind is light but sure, a tender burden I can endure. It lifts my anger from under the skin, turns sharp to round, turns lost to kin. No medals pinned, no debts to spin. Just me and the old clean weight of the wind. Bring me the doors I slammed for proof, I'll hinge them soft beneath this roof. Bring me the names I said too fast, I'll speak them slow till the hardness pass. Bring me the miles I sprinted then, I'll walk them back in a steadier skin. Let guitar bend like a reading prayer, let bass say home on the lower air. If courage is quiet, it sounds like this. a breath held true, a moment kissed. Say less, stand still, count to 4, let it fill. A child chases kites near a chain-link wall, string line laughing at the threat to fall. His mother holds a spool like a steady moon, teaches him drift is a kind of tune. I learn again what the young already know. You fly by giving the wind more rope, not by yanking heaven to your plan, but by walking honest as a man. A sparrow stencils a dotted hymn, from wire to wire, neat and slim. It doesn't explain how the currents blend, just rides in trust on the weight of the wind. Hold that 4 till the doubt grows kind. Let your pulse be a gentler mind. If thunder begs to be your friend, shake its hand, then keep the wind. Count to 4 with a longer trust. Let the drum be dust, the bronze be rust. If night requests one final grin, exhale slow and hand it the wind. The weight of the wind is light but sure, a tender burden I can endure. It clears the room where the loud ones grinned, leaves only tools a good life needs. It leans me forward, keeps me thin, enough to fit where mercy is. No crown to straighten, no swords to tend, just me and the old clean weight of the wind. Write it in grass, wrap.
Streetlight spills like a silver confession across the pavement where the wind keeps score. I measure my calm in the length of my shadow and count out the promises I can't ignore. Window blinks, the city turns its shoulder. I keep my collar up against the cold. Silence is heavy, but it doesn't break me. It chisels my will into iron and gold. There's a rusted gate that sings when I pass it, like a memory learning how to breathe. I could chase ghosts till the morning forgives me, but I've learned what stays and what needs to leave. There's a map in the cracks of the sidewalk, a secret compass under my feet. Every turn writes a vow in the gravel. Walk with patience, never retreat. Oh. Neon rain, it drips from the awning, spilling stories I rarely tell. I keep my words like coins in a pocket, spend only where silence won't do as well. Old mistakes sit quiet on benches, tipping hats as I wander by. They're not friends, but they know my posture. Back straight, jaw easy, eyes on the sky. I used to run where the rumors were louder, hunting thunder just to test my name. Now I sip slow from the cup of the evening, let the bitterness teach me a different flame. The alley breeze, a harmonica distant, the tone of a promise I'm learning to keep. I'm not lost, I'm exacting my choosing. Where I sow is where I'll reap. And the night asks softly, who do you carry? I answer only the man I'm meant to be. If the road is narrow, let it be narrow. My stride is steady, my hands walk free. I walk alone, but not friend and a shadow for a guide. D minor on my tongue, heart slow and holy. Every step a quiet oath I sign inside. I don't shout for the world to know me. I let the rhythm of my boots declare my creed. I walk alone, but not lonely. A planted seed becoming what I need. There's a key in the curve of the moonlight. It turns in the lock of my ribs. Patience hums like a low burn fire, feeding muscle to my fibs. I used to swear by the crowded tables, cards and smoke and restless deals. Now I trade in hours and focus, stacking bricks, no room of steals. The river speaks under iron bridges, cold and clear with measured grace. It tells me, hold your center, traveler, win the inside, you'll win the race. A passing train writes sparks on the darkness, Morse code for a stubborn heart. I read it true, keep walking softly. Every master was once a part. And the dawn sits waiting behind the warehouse. There's a thin pale blade that will cut me clean. If I bleed today, let it be old doubt. Let courage fill the space between. I walk alone but not lonely. I got a mirror for a friend and a shadow for a guide. D minor on my tongue, heart slow and holy. Every step a quiet oath I sign inside. I don't shout for the world to know me. I let the rhythm of my boots declare my creed. I walk alone, but not lonely. A planted seed becoming what I need. Whispers on brick, the city remembers all the versions of me that tried to impress. One by one I fold them and file them, thank them kindly, then lay them to rest. Slide it to our sides like a door near closing, but I'm the hinge that refuses to rust. I am the keeper of small, sure choices. Stone by stone I build my trust. If thunder comes, I won't chase it. Let the storm announce itself. I've got weather in my marrow and a compass on the shelf. Reaches nothing without ground, and grace means power with a leash. I set the table for my hunger, serve it discipline for each. I walk alone but not lonely. I've got a mirror for a friend and a shadow for a guide. D minor on my tongue, heart slow and holy. Every step a quiet oath I sign inside. I don't shout for the world to know me. I let the rhythm of my boots declare my creed. I walk alone but not lonely. A planted seed becoming what I need. I walk alone but not lonely. Not empty, full of quiet speed. Streetlight fades, the vinyl crackle widens. I count my steps, then let them go. Where I'm headed doesn't need a witness, only a promise kept low and slow. Fade on the river of breath, fade on the ink of the road. I walk alone, but not lonely, becoming the man I already know.
doors breathe wide like they know my name. The floor holds steady, the bass is same. The smoke draws crowns on amber stone. A hush reveals what I have grown. No banners raised, no trumpets blown. Just breath and time and bone on bone. In the night she smiled because I've shown you don't have to roar to claim your throne. I walked the length of crowded years, past ash and oath and cheaper cheers. I learned to trade the spark for coal, to keep the heat and save the soul. I left the race to those who ran. I kept my pulse, refined my plan. Now rooms lean in like carved in stone to hear the rain of the quiet throne. I dropped the need to win on sight. I chose the long deliberate night. I tuned my breath to slower keys. I let my anger learn to breathe. I filed my pride until it shone. A tool not master, flesh to bone. And in that light, the truth was known. The calmest crown is the quiet throne. Ain't no preacher sells this grace. You buy it slow, you learn your pace. You keep your word and sharpen less. You let restraint replace success. You trust the air you're standing on. You let the storm move through and gone. When noise begs blood from skin and stone, you answer with a quiet throne. So pour one for the man who doesn't chase, whose steady eyes can clear a place. He laughs low, his proof is grown. He rules the night from a quiet throne. It hums like oak, it shines like dawn. A crown you feel though nothing's drawn. I ain't pleading fate alone, I wear the weight of a quiet throne. The barmaid knows the weather here. She sets a glass and stills a fear. The snare ticks soft, the kick says stay. The organ threads a velvet way. Men measure men in restless tones. I let that thunder pass like stones. By the time the talk is flown, they're kneeling to a quiet throne. Speak once, speak true, then let it stand. Keep warm your fire, cool your hand. Treat pride like glass, polished or spend less today. Hold something more, forgive but never lose the charge. Trust patience, scars, not racing hearts. A kingdom's not in steel alone. It's breath that builds a quiet throne. The man in the mirror tips his head, says, son, you found the path instead. It wasn't rage, it wasn't speed, it wasn't hunger dressed as need. It was the way you didn't push, the way you turned a right hush. No flags, no drums, no iron groan, just presence and a quiet throne. A murmur swells from jealous throats, a tide of sparks on cashioned notes. They bait my edge to brighter leaps. They want the fire that no one keeps. I raise one palm a fraction slow. The storm forgets which way to go. The bass resumes, the doubt is flown. Obedient to the quiet throne. For the man who reads the waves, who lets the fire remain its slave. He hums low, all battles known. He bends the dark with a quiet throne. Raise a glass to iron grace, to breath that calms a crowded place. No roar, no blade, no overthrown, just sovereign heat and quiet throne. A single bend becomes a door. A room steps through and asks for more. A ribbon reverb, amber tone turns noise to air and fear to bone. I set the groove where faith has grown. No hurry, just a tempered zone. And in that hush, the crown is shown, weightless, like a quiet throne. Just have learned what I'll endure. I let the chase fall off the map. I trade a sprint for patient lap. I let the past keep what it owns. I kept the lesson in my bones. I left the world its sharpened tone. I took the peace of a quiet throne. Ain't no choir singing up my name, just bass and breathing gentle flame. No trumpet calls, no gilded loan, just proof that stands when night is blown. You want the key, then stand alone and learn to need no borrowed tone. When questions rise from flesh and stone, you let them bow to the quiet throne. So pour one for the ones who chose to wait, who turned down speed and walk with fate. He laughs slow, the work is done. He rules the dusk with a quiet throne, no crown to wait, no dead to own. Just breathe and makes the dark a home. And when I fade, carve it on stone. I love the night and the quiet throne. The scene by kings I trumpet prop was the pedestals by night. The seas right matter on the beat, but hold I know is never seen. Now forgives a wanting on to keep the fire soft as so. Got a hums of him on the eaves, window writes river, dawn the leaves, roof keeps time with a fingertip drum, lightning signs quiet, thunder stays numb, key in the lock like a whispered refrain. Welcome home to a house made of rain. I didn't build this place out of brick or bone, didn't stack proof just to call it my own. I gathered what fell from a restless sky, the salt of losses, the tears I denied. I learned the angles water prefers, how grief turns gentle when nobody stirs. I framed the rooms with slowed down breath, mortared the corners with patience and rest. No nails of pride, no doors that shout, just hinges of mercy that open out. I swept the noise from yesterday's veins and laid these floors with a hush that remains. Count to 4 where the rafters bend, let the drip find rhythm and call it a friend. If memory knocks with a suitcase of blame, show it the sink, let the rainfall explain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in the hush of a house made of rain. No fire to prove, no crowd to entertain, just me and the hymn of a house made of rain. Kitchen light flickers like a faithful nurse, measuring pulse in the coffee's verse. The kettle exhales what the night held tight, lets old names soften and learn to be light. I shelved the thunder beside the door, labeled it only if peace asks for more. My coat hangs wet with an honest past, it drips into buckets I empty at last. There's a chair that forgives the weight I bring, a towel that crowns me with nothing like king. This roof doesn't keep the storms away, it teaches me how to stay. Breathe on forward till the bass says stay. Let the snare brush puddles into play. If pride arrives with a loud acclaim, turn down the lamp, let the rain know your name. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in the hush of a house made of rain. I bless what broke and what remained, built in a rooms in a house made of rain. Bedroom window holds a silver sheet, city's heartbeat softened and sweet. I count the breaths I used to spend on doors that jammed and wars to defend. But water rewrites the story I kept, turns razors to rivers where swords once slept. It polishes shame like a blackened toy till face and purpose rejoin. I keep a ledger for gentler dues, debits of anger, credits of truce. Balance returns like an evening train, arriving on tracks made of rain. Hold your count, let the strings lean low, let piano drip notes you already know. If guilt demands an iron chain, rinse it to rust in the mouth of rain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in the hush of a house made of rain. No witness needed, no royal domain, just breathing bread in a house made of rain. Bring me the words I spoke too fast, I'll soak them soft till the edges pass. Bring me the locks I forced for proof, rain will repair the honest roof. Bring me the letters I never sent, we'll float them down the basement vent. Let the guitar bend like a bowed down spine, let trumpet glow like a street lamp sign. If mercy is water and I'm the clay, shape me slower, wash me away. Say less, hold true, count four, come through. Hallway mirror fogs with a second chance, finger draws circles where I used to glance. The man in the glass looks older, sure, but kind in the lines where storms matured. I thank the leaks that taught me pails, the temporary roofs that became my tales. I learned that shelter isn't dry, it's where your worry comes to lie. Where grief is a guest with a decent bed, and blame is a coat you learn to shed. Where love is a mop, not a closing door, cleaning the footprints you adore. 4 beats soft like a cotton hymn, let the past get quiet at the brim. If rage returns to stake its claim, it leaves in silence, washed by rain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams beams of refrain. I'm home in a hush of a house made of rain. I mend, I breathe, I lose the strain, and sleep like thunder after rain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in a hush of a house made of rain. I mend, I breathe, I lose the strain, and sleep like thunder after rain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home.